Hello, good evening. Good evening. If you're hearing me, can you just give a thumbs up? Happy to see everybody today. Give a thumbs up or just write something on the chat box so that we can start. If you're hearing me, you can just say something on the chat box. Good evening, everybody. Okay, if you are there with us, you can just do something in the chat box so know everybody is with me. So before we start, let's just say a word of prayer in Jesus' name. Our Heavenly Father, we thank you for your love, for your kindness, for how you have helped us to start this process of lectures. Father, we pray, O Lord, you have started this Techpaver's internship. You will complete it in the name of Jesus. And as many that have registered for this program, O Lord, you will impact in every one of us the knowledge we have desired for in the name of Jesus. Thank you, Jesus. Thank you, most righteous Father, for in Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Okay, I can see some chats coming in. Okay, that is good. That is good. That is good. I'm happy to see those chats coming in. Okay, welcome everybody to Tech Pavers Cohort 1 internship training. This is our first cohort, and it's definitely not going to be our last cohort. So we want to just use this medium to welcome everybody that you guys are welcome to the program, and God is going to help every one of us in learning. God is going to give us the grace to learn in this program. And we want to assure you that you just have to open your mind. One thing I want to tell everybody today is that uh, in terms of tech, put it in your mind, just get this in your mind. In terms of tech, nobody teaches you tech. You teach yourself tech. You can just get mentors, which we are trying to do for you guys, mentor you guys to come up to speed and give you the easiest path to tech. So, which is the mentorship aspect. But put in mind that if you don't go through series of practice on your own, you can't get to this level, the level you wish to get to. The level I am today talking to you, I went through series of practice. Let me give you guys an example of my life. First of all, when I started tech, I started with a company, and the company started with an internship actually. We were 20 that started the internship, but if I will tell you the truth, out of the 20 persons that started the internship, we were only two that ended the internship. That is not your portion, but you have to go through series of practice on your own. You have to practice after every class. You have to go back and practice what has been given to you. So today we are not going to do much. We're just going to uh, uh, go through some series of installations and go through the websites which we have, the Techpavers website, so that everybody can be acquainted with the website. So once again, I want to say welcome to Techpavers. I am so happy to have you guys, and I'll be introducing some of my members, teammates. We have Taye, which is one of our teammates, which is one of the admin that will also be helping you guys. We have Emmanuel, which is Zelos, which is one of the admin also that's going to be helping you guys. And we have Hannah Gebe, which is one of the admin that's going to be helping you guys with any question, anything you need, anything you want to know. Maybe you're not understanding something, you can ask us at any point in time, so that you can get clear understanding of the program. So I'm going to go through the website with us now so we can understand the website perfectly, because the website is there to guide us, and we are going to go through some things on the website. Then we'll go through installations of the things we need. Then if there is time, we'll dive into introduction of uh, uh, the first study, which is, or the level one study, which is HTML. And as we all know, TechPavers is here as a mentorship program to help you guys grow. So give if you guys want that to happen in everybody's life, you guys have to give us the easy means how by going on your own to practice. So let's go through the website now. Let me present my screen. Okay, Tech Pavers is here. And this website is, though it was built on a rush, but is here to help us. Let me log out, then I'll log in again. Okay, so we have our about us, we have the home page. You can also subscribe to, sorry for those persons that actually saw this and we're thinking we this in this our first cohort we are having the back end, the design, the mobile, the cloud. Sorry for that. I will actually say sorry for that. We actually plan for front end this time, but we believe in next cohort we'll be planning for other aspects of tech. So, but bear with us for this time and just stick with us, and we believe uh, you are going to still get knowledge from what we have. And put in mind that joining us in this front end, no matter though you want to still do more, prefer back end, is still going to guide you into that pathway you want to go to. So not everybody in tech wants to stay in one path. Everybody wants to still diversify, but in one way or the other, the one you have will lead you to the other ones. So just stick with us, and we believe once you get the knowledge you are looking for, you will get other aspect of tech that you have intended to get. So this is our newsletter. You have to subscribe to our newsletter if you want to be getting some tips that will be coming on from week to week and sort of from maybe day to day or week to week or month to month. We are going to be passing out newsletters, maybe about some aspect of tech, so that it will also help us to guide you guys to. So you guys should just subscribe so that you can get knowledge from that aspect. So we have our about us, which explains what we are for and what we stand, our vision and our mission. And we have the contact us. You can contact us at any point in time. And believe me, those ones that have contacted us, they have seen that we always reply. So if you're having any challenges, you know where to contact us. And believe me, we will always reply. We will always reply. So try as much as possible to uh, contact us, and we believe we are going to reply you at any point in time. So we are going to reply you at any point in time. So please, some persons are saying they are getting errors while joining. Please, if you are getting that same error, please, I don't know why you are getting that restriction. So please, uh, I'm seeing some persons already joined the class, so I don't really know why you're getting that restriction, but we'll look into that, why you are getting that restriction. Okay, Mr. Tai or Emmanuel, you can just ask the person which country is he or she from, or joining us from. Maybe I don't really know why his Google is having that issue. So let's continue. So you can chat us at any point in time. We'll do where to reply you at any point in time. Please do where to chat us if you're having any challenges. We will do where to reply you at any point in time. Now we have the blog. The blog is very, very important. Though students have not really posted any blog now, but the blog is very, very important. The blog is very, very important for students. Students need blogs. Like I have written some blogs. Those blogs help you. because when you research and write a blog about a part of tech, then it helps you grow, because just researching alone widens your knowledge about that aspect you are writing about. So writing a blog, the main reason we're adding blog into this website is not just for adding sake. We're adding it so that we can let our students know that writing blog is very good as a tech enthusiast. So we have tech writers and all that. So if you are part of us, put in mind that you're going to be writing blogs. Blogs are very, very important. You are going to be writing blogs. Now, for those that have not yet signed up, maybe you have your friends, your brothers that have not yet signed up. This week is the last week for signing up. You can tell them to sign up, and you can give them every information they need about this program, because this program is going to be helping every one of us. So you can share the link to them now, because after this week, we are going to be putting down the sign up page. So give them every reason to sign up to Techpavers. Tell them Techpavers have started. So let's log in to the website. So I'm going to explain some other aspect of the website that we need to know about. Okay. First and foremost, we have the dashboard page, which is the first page we are seeing. The first page is uh, the page where we see mostly our mark, our score. The main reason why every one of us is getting zero on the stage points, the stage total points, and the points scored is because we have not marked the recent tasks that have been submitted by students. But once you mark it, you'll be seeing your scores. And put in mind, this is going to be calculated for you. Once we are marking, it's being calculated for you. So try as much as possible to do well in every task. Try as much as possible to do well in every task is going to help you, because at every stage we are going to be doing a cumulative recording and a cumulative score. And if you are not above 75, you might not get to the next stage. So every task we're going to be giving to you guys is very, very important, so that when we are doing the accumulative calculation, you are going to get above 75%. And once you are not above 75%, forgive me, you might not get to the next stage. So do well as much as possible. Every task we are given, do them. And what will give you the grace or the wisdom to do that, those tasks, is when you follow our classes. If you don't follow the classes, put in mind you might not be getting uh the full leverage you need, the full help you need. So every lecture we are going to be giving out is very, very important. That's why we're using YouTube Live, so that at every point in time when we are done, you can still go back and see them, rewatch them, download them, anything you want to know. If you have forgotten anything, you can go back, watch, download, and make sure you get the knowledge. This knowledge is for you, it's not for us. God has placed it in our hearts for us to bring it to the community. So try as much as possible to get it. It's a free knowledge. If you go to most places, they get it not for free and with a huge amount. So let's try as much as possible to do well in all our taxes. And you can see we are in HTML. So in the HTML is what we might be doing today, after, if there is time, after going through this website. So we have the messaging part where you chat with the admins. Now, uh, try as much as possible to chat with the admins, and the admins will do well to reply you. If you're having any challenges that you want the admin to know, you can chat us. If you chat us on Slack, we do not reply. Chat us on WhatsApp, you do not reply. Please do well to chat us on this platform. Do well to chat us. We are going to reply. I think the first person that chatted us actually got his reply very fast. So try as much as possible to make sure you get a one-on-one conversation with us, so that we are here to help you. We are here to help you guys. So try as much as possible to get that one-on-one conversation with us. So we have the blog, which we will advise everybody to try as much as possible to be creating blog. Blog expand your knowledge. Now, anything we are teaching you now, maybe we teach you today, and you want to expand your knowledge, you can come back here and create a section, a blog about it. Go make research more about it. Get your understanding. Come write it and post it on our platform. And you can also share the link that you posted on different platforms. So it's very, very important you do same. It's very, very important. Writing of blogs is very, very important. Like I said, I do write blogs. Why? Anytime I write blogs, it expand my knowledge on that particular part because I'm not just going to just wake up, I want to write blog. No, I am going to come to the blog aspect, make research, know what I want to write, make research, make in-depth research because I don't want to write something that will be a controversial knowledge of what people have. So let's try as much as possible to put that in mind. This platform will encourage blog. Writing of blog, we encourage it. And at the course of this program, we are going to be making it a mandatory stuff as a task for people to do. Why are we doing it? We're not doing it for ourselves. We are doing it for you guys. So that when you write about that particular stuff, you have the grace to expand knowledge on that part, except you just go and copy, which some people do. Just go and find somewhere, ask anything, copy and paste it. It's very, very wrong. Even if you're copying, nobody is having 100% stuff most times. But even if you're copying, try and read it, understand it before penning it down as part of your blog. So let's just go through, okay, about programming. Okay, this is it about programming. Let me just write something about programming. You can select a picture if you want to. You can select any picture that suits you. Okay, let's go with this. So, and make sure this has been posted before, because if you click here, it will never go. It will never go. Cover picture is on the way. Make sure it's done. So let me just get something and post. Okay, about programming. So let's just go about that. Though I'm just trying to be fast, that's why I'm just getting this. I'm just finding something to just copy and paste it for us about programming. So I'm just going to paste this on the website. So you can see, so I'll post it now. So you can see very fast, and I'm done writing my blog. So I'm done writing the blog. Very simple and fast for you to write your blog. And the next part is our tags, where we see what do I've submitted. And if you click it, you see that I've submitted. You will see that I've submitted. So you can see I've submitted. So it will help us in that aspect. Make sure you try as much as possible to submit all your tasks. So you can see I'm waiting for grade. I've not gotten my grade. So once the admin mark it now, you will get your grade. So you can see the blog we have written. You can see it. These are blog, and you can view it by clicking, and it will open for you here. It's coming up. Let's just wait for it to come up. So we are waiting for it to come up. As we wait for it, let's go through other aspects of this. So we are going to another important aspect uh, of this dashboard, which is the profile aspect. The profile aspect. I know many of us have not gone to this point of the profile aspect. It's very, very important to know about this point. Very, very important. So I'll be going through this point now for us. Make sure you update your country. It's very, very important for those that will not update their country. That might cost you a lot. So try as much as possible to update your remaining profiles. Like for this and for about you, very, very important. because there is a something down front, but just try and do that so that we will know that you are part of us. So country, employment status, and about me is what is left on your profile. Let me update my Nigeria so that we can see what I'm doing. Employed, I am employed. So about me, mentor. So just write something about you. So very, very important. And I have updated mine. You can see I've updated mine. So we, as much as possible, should try as much as possible to do that. Let's try as much as possible to do that. It's very, very important. And now let's come to this point. And in the course of this program, we are going to be building our portfolio ourselves. So that is one part we hold in mind that we all are going to do in this program. So you can see that I have posted the blog and you can see it here. So this is the blog I posted. And I can share it on other social medias. So, but that is not what we want to do for today. So because of this program, we're going to be building our own portfolio. So let's put in mind that is one of the things we're going to be doing, and we are going to teach you guys how to host it for free and some platforms that are very, very important for you to know as a programmer, as a developer. So, as a girl or a boy in tech. So, we are going to be teaching you those aspects. So, on this part, you might not update this part for now. You might leave this part empty. My website, you might leave it empty because we have not really gone through. But if you have your website, your portfolio, you can post it, you can update it if you have. And for your Facebook, I know many of us know about Facebook. Not many of us, every one of us know about Facebook, and every one of us know about Twitter. So you can update your Twitter and your Facebook, same as your uh, LinkedIn. For those that don't know about LinkedIn, LinkedIn is a professional social media platform, basically for professions, basically for professions basically for your professions. So it's a professional social media platform. So let me just open my LinkedIn. Then this is my LinkedIn. So I will advise every one of us go and get your LinkedIn. Go open your LinkedIn. Very, very important. Go get your LinkedIn is very, very important. It's very, very important. I will advise every one of us to go get our LinkedIn. Sorry. Not cancel. So security check. So I'm coming. So I advise every one of us, please let's go get our LinkedIn. It's very, very important. Or this might take our time. We don't really have much time. So I might not really go through mm, verification completed. Okay. So I'm logged in. I'm trying, the website is coming up. Create a LinkedIn account. Please make sure you communicate with us. We can help you create one. And put in mind, LinkedIn is strict, and LinkedIn is for profession, is for your profession. So you don't just post anything on LinkedIn. You don't just any kind of pictures on LinkedIn, you put a professional picture that will demonstrate or that will speak more about you or what you do. So it's very, very important. So let's put in mind that we are we all are going to be having our LinkedIn at the course of this program. So try as much as possible to create your LinkedIn. It's very, very important. Very, very important. So this is my LinkedIn. You can see this is my LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn. This is my LinkedIn. I don't think this is my. Okay, this is my second account. Sorry for that. So but that is not a problem. This is my second account. So, but let's just put in mind that LinkedIn is very, very important. So now the next one is our GitHub. No developer can escape this. No developer can escape this GitHub account. Let's write this down. LinkedIn and GitHub. Go and create them. If you don't know how to create them, you can ask us. We would give you, we'll go through it for you. You can see this is my GitHub. Most of my code are here. This is where I save most of my code. And put in mind that if you don't have, let's take for instance, I carry all this code that is in my GitHub and put in my laptop. If my laptop crash, what will happen? I might lose everything, but I can't lose my code because anytime I write a code, I always push them to GitHub. So we'll be teaching you this at the course of this program, but make sure if you can create one before when we start teaching you about GitHub, create one. It's very, very important. Go watch a YouTube video about it and follow up the program in terms of creating a GitHub account. And if you want to wait for us, when we are teaching you Git, we'll definitely show you how to create a GitHub account. Very, very important. Very, very important in terms of GitHub. So now let's go to the next aspect, which is password. If you feel your password is not okay for you, you can come here and update it by putting the old one and the new one. So you update your password. So we are done with the website. So, but for the picture aspect, is not working for now. So don't try to do it, engage it, it will not work. So for that aspect, now we are done with the website. The next thing we are going to be going through now is installation. But before we go into installation, I will still want to say a warm welcome to everybody once again to Techpavers as we start as we have started already, as we have started already, and we know God is going to help everybody to achieve what he or she came to take papers to achieve. So let's go to installation. Now, the first thing we're going to be installing is a Visual Studio Code. I want to be seeing thumbs up. If you are with me, just say hi. If you are with me, just say hi. If you are with me, say hi. I want to be seeing replies from my people. If you are with me, say hi. Just say hi. Let me know we are on the same page. If you are with me, say hi. Okay, let's continue. Let's continue. So we are going to be going through installations now. So installations, the first thing you want to install is Visual Studio Code. Let's put in mind Visual Studio Code, VS Code. So VS Code is what we are going to just type VS Code download. Type VS Code download. So you need VS Code in this program. You can't escape it. You can't escape VS Code. You cannot escape VS Code. Thank you for those. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I can see the high coming. So if you're with your laptop, this is the time you have to open your laptop. If you're with your laptop, this is the time you have to open your laptop. We have entered the stage where you have to open your laptop. If you're with your laptop, I want to see urge us open your laptop. So we want to start installations. Installations. We want to start installing some things that are vital and important to us in this program. So if you're with your laptop, please open your laptop. And if you have opened your laptop, say yes, I have. If you have opened your laptop, say yes, I have. If you're not with your laptop, please locate it immediately. Please locate it immediately. If you have done that, say yes, I have on the comment section. So we have Visual Studio Code. So open your Visual Studio Code, type visuals Studio Visual Code download, VS Code download, VS Code download. Look at it here. VS Code download, VS Code download. Let me widen my so you can see it. VS Code download. This is VS Code download. Make sure you go open your VS Code download. So I have opened my, and the first link you see is what you're going to click to download the VS Code, the IDE we are going to be using for this program. The IDE we are going to be using for this program. So for those using Windows, you come to this first one and click. For those using Mac, you come to this one and click. For those using Linux, I also use Linux in my other system. Our advice for Linux uh, users, go and search how to on YouTube how to install VS Code on Ubuntu terminal. How to install VS Code on Ubuntu terminal. How to You will see many options. How to install VS Code on Ubuntu terminal. This is for those using Linux. And make sure you go with the Linux OS that you are using on your system. Mine is Ubuntu. That's why I'm typing Ubuntu terminal. So for that is for those using Linux. Why I prefer you than installing it from your terminal is because it gives you everything you need, everything you are going to be needing. Once you go through the terminal in Linux, it gives you everything you need. So I'll be going through the installation, and bear in mind, you can see the way I'm searching on YouTube. I don't know it all. Put in mind, put that in mind. Nobody knows it all. The browser is there for you. Use your search engine very well. As a human being, you have to. As a developer, you have to. You can't escape it. You don't know it all. I don't know it all. So put in mind, as you're going through this program, you're going to be seeing more of search from Google. Why am I doing that? To let you know nobody knows it all. Put in mind, you are still going to get the best knowledge from this program. So I'm going to be clicking my. So once you click it, you install. I'm using Windows, so do where to click and install. Mine has started installing, so I'll just wait for it to install. I'll wait for it to install. Then, okay, I have it here. So I've already installed it. So for those that are still okay, I can see some people saying yes, I have opened my system. Please follow through what I'm doing. Very, very important. Go through it, go through it step by step as we are going through it. So I started installing my Windows. I'm waiting for it, my VS Code. I'm waiting for it to come up. Started installing my VS Code. You can see it here. The VS Code is coming up. So once it comes up, though I have installed it before, there is no need waiting for that. So I will just come here and double click if you have, if you can use your uh okay, let me just close everything that is running. Sorry for that. So you can just double click and just go through. I accept. Next, make sure you create a desktop icon for it. Then next, then you install. You click on install and it will definitely install for you. Please make sure you do that. Make sure you install it. Make sure you install it. For those using Linux, for those using Windows, this is your process of installation. For those using Mac, please, it's the same process. There is no difference. Just click on it and you will go through the process of installation. And for those using Linux, I just advise go through the installation from your terminal. Very, very important that way, and it helps you that way. Put in mind that way that if you go through that way, that you will get the best of your installation. So let's go to the VS Code, and I'll be showing you guys what you need to know and some things you need to also install on your VS Code that will help you. So let me open this. You can create for you can create a folder where you're going to be going through it. And you can see me Techpaver training. I've created my own folder. You can create yours. You can create yours. And you can create a new folder. I'm just going through my folders. Cohort one, cohort one. So don't mind me. I'm just trying to arrange my folders. Very, very important. One, which is the first one. So I'm going to open this on my VS Code. So you can open the folder you have on your VS Code now. Open it on your VS Code. It's very, very important. Open it. Go through some things we need to know about. This is an IDE that helps us write our program and compile it into machine language for us, but we need to know the language we are using. There's so many language, programming language, but we are going to be dealing specifically with the front end. And we have our HTML, CSS, JavaScript language, and React, which is a framework of JavaScript. That's what we are going to be doing in this program. So now let's go through what we need. The first thing you need, you just locate the next part, which is locate the next part uh extension. You see this part, you can see where my cursor is. Extension extension is locate that part now. So you can see my cursor at extension. Just want us to see it clearly. That's why I'm enlarging it now. So you can see it extension. So click on it. The first thing you need to know about is prettier. I'm just giving you all this so it will be easy for us to go through the program together. So type prettier uh on your Visual Studio Code, prettier. So the main reason we are using prettier so that once you write your code, you can easily format it. So it can easily format for you. So now let's see. Let me just, without installing it, let me just write index.js. Let me uninstall my prettier so you will see what I'm talking about. Let me uninstall my prettier. Uninstall. I've uninstalled my so that we will see what we are talking about. Index.html. I've uninstalled my. So now you can see. So once I write something like okay, HTML, so I write body. So you can see automatically it came down because my prettier is still installed. My prettier is still installed. There are some settings I've already done on prettier. But if I don't have prettier, you will still see it on the same line. you see it on this line, and your code might not be formatted. You now have to start doing click, click, click to format it yourself. So with the help of Prettier, though it's not everybody that will give you this, I'm just giving us so that it will be easy for us to write and understand our code and for us to see it. With the help of Prettier, once you just save, it automatically say arrange your code for you the proper way. So let's take for instance RIDIV, RIDIV again. Let me just use this to write another div. So you can see automatically it's arranging for me. You can see it's arranging for me. If I write another one, let's write another div here. Automatically it's arranging for me. It is working for me on my own end. So try as much as possible to make that work for you also. So let's try as much as possible to make that work for us. So how can we make it work? We have to install Prettier. If you have installed Prettier, you can just say, yes, I have done that. I have installed Prettier on the comment section. So let me know people that have installed Prettier. Let me know people that have installed Prettier. Let me know people that have installed Prettier. If you have installed Prettier, just say, yes, I have. That means you are following the class. Let me know if my people are following me. Let me know so that I will know. And if you are not understanding, if you are not getting it, you can say, yes, I'm not getting it, so that we can go back again and see how it is being done. If you have installed Prettier, you can just say, yes, I have done that. And make sure you put your YouTube on the the settings to be on the highest resolution so that you can be seeing it clearly. Okay. Uh, yes, I can see some people say they have. Yes, that is good. So that means they are following. So install the Prettier, then come down to settings. Come down to settings. Click on settings. This is the way your Prettier will work. If you don't do this, your Prettier will not work. Your Prettier won't work. This is the way your Prettier will work. So once you click on settings, click on format. So you can see default formatter. So click on that and make sure your default formatter is Prettier. Once you write format, you will see this default formatter. And make sure your format on save is checked. Make sure your format on save is checked. If your format unchecked is saved, so that once you save your work, it automatically formats for you and give you the best arrangements you need. So make sure you have that installed. And if you look at this, you see that I have Prettier default formatter. If you have done that, can you just signify that yes, I have done that? If you have done that, just signify that yes, I have, so that we can be going together. Signify yes, I have. So let's continue. Let's continue with the next step. We have succeeded in installing Prettier, so which is something we need to get in mind. So then the next step that we need to know is our HTML. So I'm happy for you guys. You guys have gone through the basic installations we need. And as the class is going on, we'll be doing more of installations as time goes on. Well, I'm happy that you guys have started the race with HTML. So HTML, Hypertext Markup Language, is a language for structuring your web pages. It's a language to structure your web pages. Now, what do I mean by structuring your web pages? Now, in HTML, without the HTML, let's go back to Techpaver's website. Without the HTML, you can't be seeing all this write-up that you are seeing. All this write-up that you are seeing, without the HTML, you can't be seeing it. It will not be there. That's why I say it gives is a language that gives structure to a web page. So it's the one that gives the structure. Now, and when you look at it now, you can see I can do a responsive aspect of it. I can take it to my mobile device. You can see it's responsive, and you can see why? Because the HTML is properly structured. If my HTML is not properly structured, I can't get a responsive view. I cannot. I can never. Like, is not going to work. It is never going to work. So because of the HTML is there, we are able to get the structure we need. Many people don't really pay attention to HTML because they feel it's just to write. No, you have to understand structure. Now, whenever a task is given to you, maybe I'm giving this web page to build, the first thing that comes into my mind, how and what is the best way I can structure my HTML? I will first of all start in breaking it in my mind. Sometimes I might not really start writing the code. I might just take my pen and paper and start breaking the structure in my mind, how the HTML will look. Then I will now come to my code and start writing the structure. First of all, write the structure before going into the building. So I'm taking my time to explain HTML. Forget about the code you are seeing if you don't understand it. Don't worry. I'm going to really explain it for every one of us. But get to understand that HTML gives structure to your web pages. So without that structure, you can't get what you have. So let's go through HTML. So HTML is divided into two parts. Let's come down to that. HTML is divided into two parts. What and what? You can see it. I'm going to come down to explain everything you are seeing, but let's get that two parts first of all. HTML is divided into two parts. If you are with me, say hi. If you're with me, say hi. If you're with me, say hi. I want to be seeing a thumbs up. HTML is divided into two parts. What and what? The header, the head, and the body. The head and the body. You can take your pen and you can take your paper and start writing the head and the body. Now you can see you might say, I don't really understand this code. What is this guy writing? What is he writing? I don't understand. So let me explain here what we have, the code we have. Let me explain it for us now. Now HTML is made up of HTML elements. We have HTML elements. If you're with me, just go to W3 schools. We're using W3 schools so that I can have something to give to you guys. Just go to W3 schools. Let's go through it together. We have seen this. So I just want to explain some things to us that we need to know. Okay, we have what is called the HTML elements. We have what is called the HTML element. So the HTML element is defined by a starting tag, some content, and a ending tag. A starting tag, the content, and a ending tag. Now, this is the tag that we are talking about. This is the tag. This is the tag. And a tag comes with a angle bracket ends with an angle bracket and the name of the element. And this is an HTML element. So the tag comes with a starting bracket, a angle bracket, and an angle bracket at the end. And you can see the element itself. So this is our starting tag. This is our starting tag, and this is our ending tag. So every element you are going to be seeing in HTML today comes with is an element which has a starting tag and an ending tag. Everything you're going to be seeing in HTML today comes with a starting tag and an ending tag, and we tag all of them as an element. We tag all of them as what? An element. So everything you're going to be seeing, everything I'm going to be writing for you is called an element in HTML. Now, those elements comes with a starting tag and an ending tag. Those tag is what gives structure to that HTML. So let's continue. You can see the starting tag, the ending tag, and the contents. The contents at the middle. So you can see here in our HTML the starting tag, the ending tag, and the content. The starting tag, the ending tag, and the content. And with this, we call this particular one our HTML elements. HTML elements. Why do we call it HTML elements? Because it has a tag. It's a tag. The angle bracket is at the first of the open tag is it has a first angle bracket and then the ending angle bracket. Likewise, the ending tag has its first angle bracket and excuse me and the last angle bracket. Now I'm going to be explaining something that I want us to pen down. What am I going to explain to us? We have different types of tag. We have different kind of tag. I'm going to be explaining to us now. So we have seen the HTML. So we have open tag, closing tag, and self-closing tags. Open tag, closing tag, and self-closing tag. Now, this one you are seeing here is an open tag. This one you are seeing here is an closing tag. And now the both of them together is called HTML elements. Now we have self-closing tag, something like this image. This is a self-closing tag. I'm going to be explaining all this to us, so don't worry, just understand the tag first of all. This is a self-closing tag. Now it has the angle brackets at the starting and at the ending part, but it does not have a closing tag. And even it has a closing tag, we could have seen it like this. You get me? We could have seen it like this, but there are some elements that can still close themselves. There are some elements that can still what? Close themselves. So that is why I call them self-closing tag, self-closing elements, self-closing elements, because they close themselves. Self-closing elements. So in that self-closing element, we still have a self-closing tag. You can see it here. Now we have the HTML opening tag, the HTML closing tag. With the HTML opening tag and the HTML closing tag with the content, we call these the HTML elements. Now, this one that is a self-closing tag, we call it the image element. The image element. To put in mind, this is the image element. The image element. Now, let's write some other elements that I just made mention of. The header element and the body element. So if you're following the class, I just want you to write on the comment section uh, an element of HTML with your name. I just want you to write an element of HTML with your name. Since we have understood an element in HTML, an element is made up of the opening tag and a closing tag, but some of them can still be self-closing elements. So on the comment section, I just want you to write an element with your name. Let me know if we are following what I explained. And if you are not understanding, you can ask your question at this time on the comment section. You can just signify and ask, I'm not getting it. Then we'll explain for you again. We'll explain for you again. But if you are getting, just write an element with your name if you are following through what I have explained. Waiting. Okay, let's just continue. So, like I said, this is an opening tag. This is a closing tag. The both of them put together is called an element, and they have their contents inside of it. So let's go again to these points and see for ourselves. So waiting for the comments. Yeah, this is what I want to see. Exactly. This is what I want to see. Yeah, this is what I want to see. Somebody just made a comment, element with his name. Yeah, I can, yeah, Franklin. Yeah, yeah, yeah. A self-closing element. Yeah, that is good. That is good. That is good. I can see it's coming. I can see it's coming. Yes. Some persons have gone beyond me, self. That's good. That's good. That's good. I can see it's coming. So let's continue. Let's continue. Let's continue. So now the elements that we're talking about now, we have some other elements that we need to know. We have the header elements. I'm just going to go through the basic one we need because at the course of the program, you're going to be seeing more of it and you're going to be getting the understanding of it. So I might not really go deep into everything. I will just go into the ones we need. Then at the course of the program, I will be bringing some others to us. Then once I bring those ones to us, we will get the knowledge and we will understand it. But if I want to give you everything now, we might not finish. So I will take my time and explain the basic ones that we need so that we can go to some things in the HTML because we have a lot to do in this program and a lot of assessment to do. So now let me go through the ones I want us to know about. First and foremost, like I say, the HTML element is made up of two parts. The HTML element is made up of two parts, which are the header and the body. The header and the body. The HTML is made up of two parts, the header and the body. For us now, beginners, I would say take the header as the part you can't see. Just use this definition. The part you can't see, but it's very, very important. The part you can't see, but it is very, very important. Now, for the body, is the part you can see, just like the, excuse me, Just like what we have on Techpaver. All these parts you can see comes from the body. All these parts you can see is attached to the body. Believe me, is attached to the body. All the parts you can see. Now, the part you can't see, which is important, is very, very important, but it's hidden in the header. Just like your title, which you are seeing here, your title, your fav icon, and some others. Your website description, your website meta tags, and others. We will go through all of them at the course of this program. But get to understand this part I am talking about. Get to understand this part we are talking about. So now let's come down to the header. The first thing I want you to put in mind in the course of this program is the header and the body. But before we go through the header and the body, also I want us to install something, live server. Just come to your extension also and type live server. Come to your extension and type so just type live server. Okay. Just look for live server. Okay, I see live server. Sorry. Live server. Look for live server. Exactly. This is it. Live server. Just install it. Install the live server. Make sure you install the live server. Make sure you install the live server. Install it. Install the live server. So once you have installed it, you can now send your work live. You can see the live server. I can open my work live now on my browser so that I can be seeing what I'm doing on my browser. So you can see I've opened this work now. It's live on my browser. You can see it. I have opened it. This is my website automatically. So, but it does not have any content because with the live server, if you have installed the live server, please indicate. If you have not, please let me know where you are so that I can help. If you have installed the live server, let me know. Let me know. Let me know. Let me know. So try as much as possible to install the live server. The live server is very, very important to us. Install the live server. Once you come to your extension, type live server. So once you see it and you click on it, you can see me have installed mine. Install it so that you can easily, the live server helps you go live locally. It helps you go live locally. And once you save, it automatically refresh what you have and keep it locally hosted. Keep it locally hosted. So we want to be seeing what we are doing. That is why we have to use the live server now and install it. So now, like I said, we have two parts of our HTML, the header and the body. So now let me write my title on the header. You have to write your title. You can see my title, and the title have to come with a tag, opening tag and a closing tag. The title has to come with the opening tag and the closing tag, which makes it an element for HTML. So we call it title element. So we call it what? Title element. The header is invisible to our eyes, but it's very, very important. The body is visible to our eyes and it's also very important. The body is where we are going to be writing more of code so that our code will look good. Put in mind, the body is where we are going to be writing most of our code so that we are the visual aspect of our code. That is where we are going to be writing it. But the header is also important. but cannot be seen. Like we can see now, we have inside the header element, we have a title element also. And if you have installed your prettier, you don't necessarily need to arrange it yourself. Once you just arrange it and save, once you just write it and save, it automatically arranges by itself. If you have followed what I have done. Okay, yeah, I can see. Persons have installed the live server. So now let's write our title. Uh Techpaver and save it. You can see after saving it, let's see what we have. You can see it here now, Techpaver. I've automatically given it the title, Techpaver. So if I share this link to anybody, the title the person he or she is going to be saying is what? Techpaver. The title he or she is going to be saying is what? Techpaver. The title he or she is going to be saying is what? Techpaver. So I've automatically given my web browser my web page, sorry, my web page a title, Techpaver. I can change the title to Techpaver internship. So we'll see. Before we are seeing Techpaver, let's see that it will change. So you can see it's Techpaver internship. You can see it there clearly. Techpaver internship. So let's put in mind that this is very, very important, the title. You can, when you go to Techpaver website, you also see our title there. Very, very important. You have to put your title at all points in time. If you don't add your title, you might not get what you want. So the title is very, very important. Now, like I said, the header element is invisible to the eyes, but have very important role to play. Now, the body element is the body element is visible to the eyes and is 100% important in terms of this web page that we are designing. Very, very important. If you don't have your title, your body and your header, you have not started building any web page, any website. So there are two key parts we can't dodge. We can skip other elements. We might decide not to use other elements, but we can't decide not to use the header or the body. We can't decide that. Very, very important. We must use it. So now we have seen the header and the body. Now we have also seen the title. There are still some other elements we will still need in the header. But put this first one in your mind. You also have the link. But I might not be talking about the link now. We also have the link, which helps us link web pages together, which also helps us link, which also helps us in linking our styles together with our HTML and our scripts, JavaScript with our HTML. But I might not be going through it now because it's not really needed. We are going to be going through everything step by step. Anything we need at this point, we'll bring it in and use it. Anything we don't need at this point, we will leave it so that we'll not waste time explaining it and we don't need it for day-to-day practice. So put in mind that this in the header, this is the most basic one you need. Now, this is the what most basic one you need now, which is the what? The title element in the header. Also, we have our body tag, our body element, which is going to harbor everything that is going to be visible to our human eyes. Now, excuse me. Now you can see, though we wrote our title, but we can't see it. But let me write something in the body so you will see. Joshua is a boy. So you can see, immediately we have seen our what? Joshua is a boy. Joshua what? Is a boy. Immediately we have seen what? Joshua is a what? A boy. So you can see that the body is what we see, not the header inside the HTML. So the first thing that comes into your mind when writing, let me clear this. The first thing that comes into your mind when writing your HTML web page, the first thing that comes to your mind is what? The HTML. Then the next thing that comes into your mind is what? The header, the head, the head element. The next other thing that comes into your mind is what? The body element. Because I made mention of something that the HTML is divided into two parts, the header and the body. So the first one that comes to your mind is the HTML itself, the HTML element itself. The next one that comes to your mind is the head element. Then the next one that comes to your mind is the body element. Please, on the comment section, I want to see somebody telling me what he or she understood by the head element and the body element inside the HTML element. I just want to see somebody telling me before I go to a shortcut on how to write this very fast. So we don't really need to start writing HTML, header, and all that. Don't really need to start writing those things. So please, please, and please, I want to be saying this. I want to be saying this, please. I want to see us telling me what we understood by the head element and the body element. The head element and the body element. I want to see us saying it on the comment section. What we understood by the head element and the body element. So let's continue because I believe my students will definitely give me response. I trust you guys. So let's continue. Now, I want to go through a shortcut that we need to know. This training is not to give you the hard way of doing things. We are going to give you the best way and the most relevant way of doing things. Okay, here I can see Franklin saying the head element is important, but the is important why the body. Okay, the head element is impossible but important. Is impossible but important. Yeah, that is correct. Impossible but important. But I prefer to use okay, invisible. Yeah, you have made the correction. Invisible but important. Why the body element is visible and also important. I can see Fowler saying the head section is a very important part but cannot be seen. A layman's English, that is good. However, the body section is also important but can be seen on the web page. Exactly. This reply from you guys are marvelous. I love you guys. I love you guys. Let's continue with the program. Let's continue. So I'm going to be giving us a shortcut on how to write HTML code very fast. The first initial code. What are you going to do? Hold your shift key and press 1. 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 And you click enter. With this, we have gotten our first HTML code. So you can see with the hold your shift key and press 1, We have automatically gotten the header and the body very fast rather than writing it. So let me change my title to what will I call it? I will call it Techpaver Internship. So we have the header and the body automatically displayed for us. Automatically displayed for us. Yeah. So automatically displayed for us. Now let's go through something we are going to need. Let's go through something we are going to need. Now, I will be explaining the meta tag, but let's get it in mind that the meta tag is we can't see them but are important. Is this not the only meta tag we have? We have meta tag description. This meta tag viewport to describe your width of your screen. To describe your width of your describe the width of your screen, but we are going to explain this in details. But we don't really need this now. We don't really need this now. I'm going to take my time to explain this in details for all of us to see. So what we need now is just the title. Put in mind just the title you need for now. So and in the HTML, this doc type signifies that we are in HTML5. HTML has really grown. So we have HTML1, HTML2, HTML3, HTML4. Now we are in HTML5. And what signifies HTML5 is this doc type HTML. That is why it's at the top. So if I see doc type HTML, it means I'm writing my HTML in HTML5 syntax. In HTML5 syntax. So now let's come to the body. So in the body, I'll be explaining some tags, some elements for us. First and foremost, the elements I'm going to be explaining for us, first and foremost, is the paragraph element. It's used to write paragraphs. Now let's come down to a website. Let me just go through this one. Now, this one that you are seeing now, from year to year, is gotten by the paragraph element. So it's gotten by the what? The paragraph element. Hello, I hope you are with me. I hope you are with me. Please stay with me as I explain. This part is gotten by the paragraph element, and the paragraph element is signified with a p tag. With a p tag. So let me copy that. Let me copy this. Going to be explaining some elements that we need in our day-to-day activities. So it's gotten by the p tag. So if I go to my browser now and view it, I'm going to be seeing what I have here. Mhm. Okay, you can see it. So is this is the paragraph. Though we have not gotten to styling for you to see it look nice, but for now, put it in mind the way it is. So we want to take our time to explain the most important tags. So at the end of the day, once we are done explaining them, at the course of the training, we don't need to really come back, but we'll test everybody's knowledge to see uh what he or she knows the uh about uh the tags or the elements. Let me use the word the elements. So now we can see the paragraph element is here for us, and we also have the header element. Now let me also go back to that website, web page, so you can see the title here, definition of definition of programming. The title here, definition of programming. Definition of what? Programming. And so, definition of programming is gotten by an by a header tag. Okay. Now let's come down to our code and see how header tag looks. So we have six type of header tag. All of them have different resolution. When I mean different resolution, different sizes. So we have the first one, H1, header one, which is the most biggest resolution we have in header tags. Now, the next one we are going to be having is header 2. Header 2, so which is the second. And the next one we're going to be having is what? Header 3. Like I said we have 6. The next one we're going to be having is what? Header 4. The next one we're going to be having is what? Header 5. And the next one we're going to be having is what? Header 6. So you can see it for yourself. You can see the way the header 1 is. You can see the way the header 2 is. And you can see the way the header 3 is. And you can also see the way the header 4, likewise header 5, likewise header 6. But you can notice the difference between header 6 and a normal paragraph. You can notice the difference. Header 6, though is smaller, it still has little touch of thickness. That is what HTML header tags are up for. The thickness, the resolution of your code. The resolution of your code. Are we all following? I believe we are all following. Let me see cross check. Let me see cross check. So you can see that we have 6 different headers and we have a paragraph. We have 6 different headers and we have a paragraph. Now, the next one we're going to be going through for us is containers. Containers. There are many types of containers. We have main, we have sections, we have uh, main. Let me just write them. Let me just write them. We have main, we have section, we have div. Sorry, I've not closed it. I've not closed my tag. So these are containers. The main is a container, the section is a container. But to me, I would prefer using the div because it's shorter. Everything you are doing in programming, always find the easy and most perfect route. I'm not talking about Ponzi scheme. But what I'm talking about now is always find the most easy and most reliable, shortest route. Every senior developer that you are seeing always like the easy parts and understandable parts. Because I'm telling you now that always find the most easiest and confident parts when writing your HTML. So to me, I prefer using div rather than using section or main. You can see any of them interchangeably, it works fine. But I always prefer a div rather than a than rather than a section or a main uh, container. So they are called containers. They are called containers. Now they can hold more than one element. They can hold more than one element. So most of the time we are going to be using these containers to structure our HTML. but we have not come to that. We are going to get to that, but we have not yet entered that aspect. So place in mind or put in mind that I will prefer div to me. I don't know about you. You can use section, you can use main, whichever one works for you. Good to go. For me, I prefer to use div rather than uh, a normal section or a main section. So, so let's continue. So we'll get to containers. There's other ones I want us to see, understand, which is the inline elements. Inline elements like span. I can use inline elements anywhere inside my code. It does not cause a new line, but it creates it the way it is for you. So you can see, let's view our code and see. You can see it's still the same thing. Let me give this inline element a style. Let me give it a style color red. So you can see my screen. I will provide a definition. You can see how it is. It is red now because of the inline. So and you can see the way the definition of programming is. All of them on a different line, all of them on a unique line, but the but the sorry, we have my water. Okay, thank you. Okay, let's continue. But the what was it called again? Where did I stop? Okay, like you can see that the header are on a different line, but the inline elements, they call them inline elements, they did not break they did not break the line, the span did not break the line to a new line, but it left the way it is. So the inline element don't really scatter what you have. Maybe you want to style, maybe I want to style the definition now, this definition. Yeah. I can just come, let me just use that one. I just come here and write. Maybe it has a kind of big uh range. I'll just use my span. Please take note of all these element I'm writing. You can take your time to write them down somewhere as it's been defined, and take your time to write them down somewhere as it's been defined. So now you can see if I come here and write style, don't worry about the style. We will explain everything. Font size, 52 pixel, color, brown. Let me use this one. So you can see the of programming is still the same way, but the definition is unique. So, and one thing is writing your code to have some unique parts. Those parts are going to capture the eyes of the viewer. I believe the definition is capturing your eyes because one, it has a different color, a unique color. Two, it has a large font size. Hope I'm communicating. Hope I am communicating. If I am communicating, please indicate. If I am communicating, please indicate. If I am communicating, please indicate. So let's continue. So you can see that the definition actually has its own. It's unique on its own. It's unique. It's unique. But for the of program is not unique. The of program is not unique. So that is why you are seeing it like this. The of program is not unique. Are we getting? I'm still waiting for. I'm still waiting. Okay, okay, okay. I can see the love emoji. Yeah, 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 yeah. Ah, that's good. I love you guys. I love you guys. You guys are wonderful. So you can see that I have succeeded in making the definition larger and of programming still the same way it is due to what? Due to the inline elements, the inline elements. Without the inline elements, I could not do that. Without the inline elements, I can't. Without the inline elements, I can't start writing what was it called? I can't start writing the can't start writing HTML, H1 inside of H1. So writing those things now, the span, which is an inline element, helps us uh, design or change the look of a particular content in an element. In an element, the span, which is an inline element, helps us change a particular content in an element. In an element. If you're with me, please make sure you pen this down. If you're with me, make sure you pen this down. If you're with me, make sure you pen this down. Make sure you pen this down if you're with me. I'm going over it again. I said the span, which is an inline element, helps us to change the look or and the feel of uh, of of a content in an element of a content in an element of a content in an element. So it helps us to do that. So if you are done that, penning it down is very, very good. I'm happy for you. You are doing the right thing. Don't just follow me, always write so that you can memorize it and get the understanding. So I'm going to be going through, we don't really have much time. I'm going to be going through another aspect of another element we need to know, which is the image element. You can see I've not really explained the container element. We will do that a lot. Like the container element is very, very important. Very, very important. We'll do that a lot at the course of this program. Very, very important. But we might not do it today. If there is time, we might. If there is no time, we might leave it for next class because I want to really take my time and explain something. The container element gives structure to the HTML. I might not really go deep into that now. I just want us to lie low. Let's lie low first. We'll get to that. And believe me, that is one part of HTML you will not want to miss. So don't miss our next class. Very, very important. There is one part of HTML. If you think you know HTML, this part will shock you. This part will shock you, which I'm going to be explaining maybe in this class if we have time, or maybe in next class. So let's leave the container elements. So let's go to what we're talking about. The next one is the image element. Now, the image element now is this. This is the image element. So, but image element will not show anything. Will not show anything because there is nothing attached to it. You have to locate your source. You have to locate where the image is located in your pool. You have to locate it. How are we going to do that? First of all, let me write my alternative. This is what we call alternative tech paver. So the alternative is there. You can see it now. Can you see the alternative? In case your image did not show on your website, the alternative will come as a signature that there is an image here, but it is not showing. Maybe for internet reason or for any other reasons that is best known to the browser why the image is not showing or the image is not properly linked. Just like what we have now, ours is for the fact that it is not properly linked. So let's link our HTML. So you can see, okay, now before we continue, who can tell me on the comment section, please just say it on the comment section. I would love everybody to say this one. Who can tell me what is this image element called? What is it called? What is the image element called? I explained the type of elements we have and the type of tag we have. So what is this image element? What can you tag it with? So I want to be seeing that on the comment section. Please, please, please. I want to be seeing it on the comment section. I think today's class is successful. I want to be seeing it on the comment section. Please, if you want me to believe that this class is successful, please give me what I want to hear on the comment section. You guys have been doing wonderfully well on the comment section. I seriously love you guys. You guys are wonderful. So we want to see this on the comment section. I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Before I continue, I'm still waiting for that. Still waiting for that. If you're with me, just make sure you give me something on the comment section. What is the HTML element, the IMG element? What can you tag it with? I explained some things about it to us at the course of this, at the beginning aspect of this program. Self-closing. Frankly, you are really making me happy. Self-closing element. A self-closing element because you can see the div has the starting and the ending, but you can see that this just has only one, which you can say is an open element, which you can say is a closing element, but it is a self-closing element. But it is a self-closing element. But it is a self-closing element. Okay, let's continue. Sorry for that. So now we want to put in the source. SRC, the source. We want to put in the source. We want to put in the source. Yeah. Yeah, Mr. Daniel on our group chat on the WhatsApp community. Yeah, that is correct. That is correct. I seriously love that. That is correct. I love what you just did. Going to the WhatsApp community to make your comments. That is wonderful. I seriously love that, Mr. Daniel. So so now let's continue. Uh Now let's locate an image. Let's locate an image. Let's locate an image. Let's locate an image. Now, if I want to go into locating an image outside of this file, you might not really get it now. So what I would advise, any image you want to use for this particular website, any image you want to use for this particular website. Any image you want to, Iman, please go to Zelos. Emmanuel, you can go to the WhatsApp community. There is somebody saying something, or Mr. Taye, you can go to the WhatsApp community. There's somebody saying something. Any image you want to use for your website, for this particular website, what are you going to do? Go to the folder. This is the folder I'm using. What will I do with the folder? I am going to copy an image. I'll just copy one and paste it on that folder. So that when I open my my VS Code, you can see it. So now with this now, it will be easy for you to locate the image. It will be easy for you to locate the image. So if you don't do this, you can't locate the image. How? Now let's locate our image. Now, now let me teach you guys. Any image on the same directory is either you use a single, when I mean directory, I mean this. So now you can see it has closed all of them. So let me create a folder. So you will see this folder is a directory. This is what we call directory, a folder. So let me call it assets, assets. So now this asset, anything inside this asset is on a different directory from the index. But the visual.jpg is on the same directory with the index.html. You get? The index.html is on the same directory. What is that directory? One is a directory. One, which is a directory, houses, set, index.html, and visual JPG. And visual JPG. So if you want to locate visual.jpg, which has the same directory with index.html, which we are using, what are you going to do? It's either you draw your line like this, just a stroke, a slash, and you will get it. And when you go to your browser, you will see it. You can see the image. This is our image. So we have not come to styling and making it look good. Or you can go like this and just put the first dot. The first dot means same directory, same folder. Let me use that word folder. Same folder. So if I put a dot, it means I am looking for content on same folder. So I have to put my slash. So both assets, both index, both visual are on the same folder or the same directory. So with the dot slash or the slash, I can locate any of them. We can locate assets or visual from my index because they are on the same directory using what? A slash or a dot slash. If you look at it, I save again, you will see the same thing. I hope you are getting. I hope you are getting. So for content of the same folder, I will use that. So now, but I don't really like, as I'm going to with the program, I'm kind of showing us what to do. So I don't really like leaving my image naked. So imagine I have all my images lined up here, and I have all my images on the same directory with my index.html. It will not be good. So I always create assets. I always create a folder asset and push my image inside. So I've succeeded in pushing my image inside. So my image now is not, my visual image is not on the same directory with index again. It's not on the same directory with index. It's on the same, it's inside the directory of assets. It's inside a folder called assets, sorry. It's inside a folder called assets. So the only relationship now is that asset is on the same folder or directory with index.html. So now this will not work. So how will I make it to work? I have to remove this. Even if you look at it now, let's put slash. You will not see visual again. Even if you use a slash, you will not see visual again. What are you going to do? Let me just use the slash assets, then visual, and you are good to go. Assets. So we are on the same directory. So we will move from assets, which is on the same directory. So we locate the same directory with what? Dot slash or slash. So we went to this directory and entered inside and went to visual. And when we save, we get this. You can see the picture is still there. You can see the picture is still there. So do we get now? Do we get? So these elements are the elements we need to know now. In the next lecture, I'm going to be teaching you guys structuring and creating of different pages and possibly structuring our code, our folders. You can see I've started with my structuring already. So this element, let me just recap because our time is up already. Let me just recap. We have 12 minutes to go. Let me just recap and we'll get. But if you do not understand, if anybody is having any difficulty in terms of understanding, he or she can just indicate now. So I will explain any parts you don't understand. Please indicate. Please indicate if you don't understand anything, indicate. If you're having issues understanding, please indicate anywhere. But if you understand, please just give me a thumbs up or any emoji that you feel like a fire emoji might be preferable. A fire emoji will be preferable. Give me a fire emoji. I want to see the fire emoji coming up. If you understand, so I can just go to the next scene and explain. Okay, Chukebuka say the span. Okay, Chukebuka say the span. And Franklin says, what is the function of a div and how does it work? Okay, Franklin, like I said, a div is a container that holds block of code. I would not want to explain it now because it will take our time. But in next class, I'll be doing justice to that. So, Franklin, don't fail to attend the next section, which is on Thursday. Don't fail to attend it. I'll be doing justice to that aspect. Please try as possible to attend that section. Now, because many people understand it in one way, I understand it in another way, which I'm going to be explaining perfectly for us to understand. So for the span, I'll be explaining the span for Chukebuka. Okay, Ebuka said the span. So I'll be explaining the span for us now. So the span, like I say, is an inline. So without the span, your work can still be looking good the way it is. But now let's say for instance, I want to give like whenever just like what we did now. Because of what we did now, somebody can easily read this without reading everything. Somebody can easily read, I will provide a definition without reading the whole stuff. Once I come here, the first thing I will just read is definition before going to of programming. You get? Once I come to this line now, the first time my eye will just grab, even if I'm not reading others to get to heart, the next thing my eye will grab very well is I will provide a definition. So that is what inline elements do. Inline elements helps us to emphasize on some content in an element. This is an element. Sorry, excuse me. The paragraph is an element, which is the Peter. It's an element, which is the paragraph element. Now, we want to emphasize on I will provide a definition. That is why we had to use the span, which we call an inline element. I want to emphasize so that when somebody sees that particular I will provide a definition, the person will know that I am giving emphasis to this particular content. Make sure you read it and hold it in your heart. You might decide to skip others, but don't skip this. And for the fact that this is inline and we have emphasized on the content, it will make it uh, attractive to the eyes. So it will make it attractive to the eyes. So that once you come to a web page and you see it, automatically it's attractive. Now let's look for something similar to that on. So you can see something like this. Let's see if we have such here. Okay, I don't think we have such, but we have an underlined content. So, but we have underlying contents. So let's take for instance, let me look for a website. Let me see. Okay, you can see this now. You can see this tag. You can see immediately I came into this place now. This tag, this H1, are kind of emphasis to my eyes. You can see this element now. Something like this element now. It's kind of emphasis to my eyes because it's bold inside this paragraph. So what makes this element here bold is the inline element, which is the span. Span is one of the most widely used inline element. Is the most widely, not like one of the most, is the most widely used inline element. That's why I'm giving it to us for us to hold it tight. So it makes emphasis. So have I done justice, Ebka? Have I done justice? Have I done justice? Yes, what you just said is correct, Ebuka. It helps in highlighting elements in a program, right? Yes, yes. You can use to highlight anything just to give emphasis. You can use it to tweak a style of a content inside an element just to give emphasis. Yeah, what you said is correct. So any other one? Any other one? Any other? If there is none, let's just go through what we have done today. Okay, somebody say yes, sir. Okay, Ebuka say yes, sir. Okay. Okay, that is good. That is good. I seriously love that comment. So let's just go through what we have done for today. First and foremost, we went through our website and we went to look at the website and to take note of some uh, key features on this website. If you did not follow us from the starting, please do wait to watch this video again and again. Come to our channel, Techpaver. Go to Techpaver channel, go and look for this video. Watch the first part if you did not follow us from the starting, and you will get the first hand aspect that you need to know about our website, which you guys are going to be using for the practice and practical and submitting of tax and all that. So, and also we went through installations, installing of Visual Studio Code and making sure it's been installed properly, and also we went through uh, installing of Prettier to make our code properly arranged. You can see the way my code is arranged. Somebody can easily read it. But if your code is not arranged, that means you have not installed Prettier and you have not followed the process of formatting of Prettier that we did. So make sure you do the same. Very, very important. Make sure you do it. Very, very important. Very, very important. And also, uh, we went through, we installed live server, which is very, very important. And also we made mention of the HTML making up of two parts. The HTML is made up of two parts, what and what? The head section and the body section. And we say the head section is the part we can see. There is something missing. I could have said that is why my this thing is giving us this. So let's come back and put our body. Let's come back and put the body. Okay. Sorry for that. Sorry for that. Information of the body and the head section, the head element. We say the body element is the part we can see, but the body element is the part we can see, which is the body element is visible to the eyes, while the head element is not visible to the eyes. So I will make mention of the head element, which we have a title, sorry, which we have a title where we can easily define our title. And also there are some other things, but we just specialize on title first for the meantime. There are still other parts we will still have to touch. And also the body elements. We made mention of the head, the body elements, and we mention of some elements also inside of it, which is the header element. I would say the header element is made up of six parts, six elements: the H1, the H2, the H3, the H4, 5, 6. So that is for that. And also the paragraph. Talk about the paragraph. The paragraph is used to write paragraph. And also we mention of the image tag, which we say the image tag, the image element is a self-closing element. And also we mention of the inline element, which we say the inline element helps us give emphasis to a content in an element. So, and also we mention of a container element, which is like a div, the section, the main, but I said we will just make use of the div at all points in time. So this is where we'll stop for today. Thank you all for joining. Thank you for joining the class, and thank you all. I seriously appreciate you guys. Seriously appreciate you guys. Thank you, Franklin. Thank you, Chukebuka. Thank you, Angel. Thank you. Thank you, every one of you that joined. Thank you and God bless you. Thank you, Ijiamaka. Thank you, thank you, thank you, Jimba. Thank you, thank you for your comments. I seriously appreciate your comments. You guys actually, thank you, Emmanuel. Thank you, Mr. Tai. Thank you, and so many others that joined, and so many others that were willing to join, but they did not really, maybe for one issue or the other, they did not join. And thank you for all of, and thank you for others that did not join, but were able to register into Techpaver. We have just started, and we believe that at the end of the 6 months of this program, we are going to get the best of knowledge that we need. So thank you all. I'll be seeing you guys in the next class and prepare for a tax at the end of this week. After Thursday lectures, prepare for a new tax because Thursday lectures is going to give us a wide perspective of HTML, and we can drop in our tax so that everybody can flow through. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, everybody. I love you guys. I seriously love you guys. For those that joined, for those that did not join, for those that, for one reason or the other, did not made it to this lecture today, I love you guys. Thank you, and God bless.